Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. After defeating some shark folk, Cersei, Harlock, Morgan, and Viva arrived at Delbup and explored the domed Swamp City and its medical facilities for pregnant Morgan. And Cersei joined the Krennigus military squad known as the Grupo Gamma and agreed to stay in Delbup for a month to train, while Viva learned to fish and Alec met the rest of the Turtleflap clan and agreed to help their teenage offspring Bonky hunt a water nymph Strider and officially enter the realm of manhood. In Finn's body, Bahamut snuck into Zardoza and bought a piccolo before visiting the 10 cities south of the compound, but quickly grew bored with the bards and walked towards the ocean looking for trouble, and found it in a strange bat-like creature that Bahamut then led right back to the 10th city, where it devoured one of the campers before allowing Bahamut to head back to the Darling cruise ship, where it waited to sail to Galbraith to buy weapons and find a new adventure. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Okay, so...
But this mission calls for them to report to a town called Fofo-Sifo-Sa. There are missions to the Kelnaran Desert to look for a long-lost temple. There are underwater missions for North Norland to find a underwater crystal that's been hidden for a long time, there are rumors of. There are missions to the islands northeast of Kelnar to search for a bronze dragon's nest and return with an egg. There are missions on West Linya in the Devil's Cauldron to return with specimens from Devil's Cauldron for scientific research. There are missions to Hero's Tomb, several missions to Hero's Tomb, probably 4 or 5 different flyers to Hero's Tomb for different projects.
How about any in, I guess, near here, or Tone, or was it Reyes?
Reyes is one of the last stops on your ship travel before it returns to Darling Metropolis. If you look for a flyer for Reyes, you will find an older flyer where most of the tabs have been torn off, but there is one tab that remains that is seeking new citizens to embark on a residential life journey in a new study, living amongst the zombies, basically. So living amongst the undead. A discount on housing if you're willing to live among the undead.
Can I do knowledge planes to see how far away this Maelstrom one is from where I am now?
Yeah, you may.
29.
With that, it's hard for you to have concept of distance or time from the place you come from, because time is morphic where you come from, and so is distance. So maybe knowledge planes isn't the best thing to roll, but you will know it is west of here, and you will know it is some amount of time or distance west of here. Although the exact time or difference without a knowledge geography roll would be hard for you to tell.
Okay, I haven't talked to Narasiminek in a while. Can I see if he's responsive?
Yeah, do it.
Diplomacy or religion?
It's 23.
There is much chaos on West Linya currently.
Am I heading towards West Linya? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with geography.
Buy a map!
Yeah, buy a map or roll knowledge geography, otherwise you're not going to be very familiar with it.
Say map.
Map. Where's the map?
Alright, you purchase a map. There's going to be 10 gold to buy a map of East Linya and 10 gold to buy a map of West Linya.
Alright, I'll buy both. And then where is Darling Metropolis?
Norland.
Which is very
Buy world map.
north of here, yeah.
Continent.
Different continent. World map's 15 gold.
Okay, I bought it.
Alright, so you have a world map too, which you can now also look at. Conjecture from that what you will. East and West Linya is the larger continent in the southwest, and Norland is the larger continent in the northeast. Reyes is the very tiny island in between a very large continent and a medium-sized continent. Kelnar is the most southeastern continent.
Oh, you're going to your...
That would be all the information Finn would be able to get off the top of his head, probably.
Elmar, you came from there, that's where you were in prison. This is Norland.
So I'm in East Linya, and
That's Reyes, that kind of...
my lord just told me to go to West Linya. So we actually don't go to West Linya on this cruise.
No.
Nope. You have 2 more stops on East Linya, then you head north, without ever stopping on West Linya.
Okay. Can I take one of the tabs for the Fosi-Sosa job?
Yeah, you can take a tab for a Fofo-Sifo-Sa job, which will basically tell you, it gives you a date and time and a ship name. You report to the dock at that date and time and find that ship. They'll be heading that direction.
So I have a certain number of days to get there?
There's the dock.
I know if I should go up.
About 5 days from now is when this ship is arriving to head towards Fofo-Sifo-Sa.
Oh.
There's a boat that will take you there from where you are. There is a 200 gold fee to board this boat to Fofo-Sifo-Sa. Then from there they are offering pay if you're willing to intern and study the Maelstrom, working for a corporation called EARF.
Can I try to trade my Gleeman skills for, less gold?
You want to offer your services as Gleeman on the ship to pay for part of your passage. Yeah, roll me a diplomacy check to convince someone that's a good idea.
22.
Right, he'll ask for an example of what you do. So tell me what it would be that you would do on the ship that you're providing as a service, and then roll me a Gleeman profession check to see how well you do it, and if it's worth me paying you money to do or reducing your fare.
And I have an entertainer's kit.
Natural
20.
If you're willing to provide your services, this guy does find you very entertaining. And if you keep his crew entertained throughout the whole journey, as long as you provide glee for all the sailors on this long, lonely journey, then they'll provide you safe passage to Fofo-Sifo-Sa docks. Although they do warn you they're traveling through the southern part of Linya, which has some very dangerous seas, so they're going to try and remain very close to the coast. So it's going to be a very long journey. One that promises to take 2 to 3 months. Alright, so back on the island of Kelnar, in the temple chambers full of questions and riddles, you're provided several clues to figure out the judge's test. You have a hammer that is marked guilty to smash one of 5 statues representing one of 5 suspects. You have pondered this puzzle. Are you ready to smash a guilty subject?
So the five suspects that were given, I mean, they're mostly telling lies, right? Okay.
50-50.
If it's correct. So who's guilty is the person who has
There
5
are 5 true statements total, and there are 10 statements being made. So,
And the answer will be whenever there is exactly 5 statements that are true instead of any other number. I didn't write it down. I know how to solve it, but I don't want to solve it.
tell us, Cuthbert, what was the answer you came to?
Well, now I'm second guessing it. Was it Steve?
One way to find out, and that's to smash the statue of Steve. Do you smash the statue of Steve?
Well, looking at the first 3, Bob, Larry, and Dave, got Bob saying it wasn't Larry, Larry saying it wasn't Bob, and then Bob saying it was Dave, Dave saying it was Larry, but then Larry said it was Steve. I don't know if you're able to follow this at all.
I'm not, because I just know how to solve it. I don't really.
As long as you're able to follow it, and you come to the right solution.
Play Clue, man. You should have crushed this shit.
I'm just gonna go for it.
It basically is a clue diagram.
Yeah, my brain's fried. I've only had like 5 hours of sleep over the past 2 days, so
So you smash the statue?
I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. See what happens.
You smash the statue of Steve.
Probably wrong.
A ghostly creature with little more than a dark shape with 2 flickering pinpoints of light where its eyes should be emerges from the broken statue. Roll for initiative. I got a 15.
23. Oh, I got to roll for initiative for all of them. 11 and 17.
I got a 10.
So your 11 and your 10 will go after this creature, but the rest of you will go before.
I'm going to kick this creature's ass with a little spell strike. You have a 20, not natural,
It's a hit.
and a 24.
That's a hit.
Alright, and 6, and through the 1, and a 7.
So that's 19.
And I have one more hit for, so let's just say it's Sulu. And a 21,
21's a hit.
and a 3 for that.
3 damage. Alright, it's gonna attack Sulu. 11 versus Sulu's AC. It's a miss.
I got 13.
13's a miss. Cuthbert, would you like to try to attack this incorporeal creature? A weapon?
Sure. Yeah, I reckon I'd just use my musket.
Alright, so you pull out the musket, loaded, you fire it.
10, yep.
That's a miss.
Let's roll.
Alright.
A 18.
18 is a just barely hit. I get a reflex save, of which I roll an 8, so I'll take full damage.
And a 14.
14's a miss, even versus touch.
Oh, 4.
4 damage.
And then Sulu got a 17.
It's a miss.
Damn it.
It's going to be a 15 versus Sulu.
That's a reflex save, I think.
Alright, so roll it.
21.
Alright, so I would do 4 negative energy, but instead I just do 2 negative energy damage, plus 1 con drain. So if you want to do a fortitude save to not take that 1 drain damage.
20, not natural.
You don't take any of that damage, you take no con drain.
No, so that's a 19 for
Chekhov.
Chekhov.
I believe that is just barely a hit.
Yeah, 7 damage.
I got 21.
21's a hit.
Roll a 9.
Alright, then back to the top for Archaon and Sulu.
Alright, so that's a 19
Yeah, reflex
and
save.
a 20, not natural.
It is 18, so both hits.
A 4 and a 6.
10 damage total.
Yep, for that one, and then a D8, which is a 7.
Alright, so you've wiped out this one wraith vanishes. 4 statues remain.
Experience points, so we're gonna...
You get 800 each.
Hey, can Chekhov eat it?
It's already vanished. It's been destroyed.
Aw.
Need a humanoid soul for that to happen. This thing was
might
already...
have been a humanoid soul at one point.
Yeah, this thing's already a wraith, so I mean you can't really swallow it. It's already at its lowest point. It's not going back to court. Yeah, it's not going through the process of Pharasma's court at this point. It's already lost its case.
It's just going nowhere.
It's going to the negative energy plane, if anywhere.
Oh, that sucks balls.
Yeah, it's the worst place to go. But yeah, now there are only 4 statues left to guess wrong or right upon.
So Steve's gone.
Steve is gone. You've only got Bob, Larry, Dave, and Jim left.
You just want to smash it, see where it goes?
Yeah, let's go for Larry next.
Yeah, I never liked that name anyway. Larry. Let's kill Larry.
Smash Larry. Another black spear with red eyes comes out.
Holy shit.
Roll,
That's 20
roll
on
for
that
initiative.
for
Yeah.
me.
I got a 17.
14 for Sulu, and an 18 for Chekhov.
Yeah, that's only 10.
So you're gonna go last.
First one was an 8, so no. Second one was a 7. Jeez. Chekhov. I think that's it's a 20.
It's a hit.
7.
Alright, 7 damage taken. I rolled a 10 versus Sulu's AC and misses.
Alright, so Sulu. That's a 16.
Miss.
Yes.
Cuthbert.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot from a musket again. 9.
That's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 for the first one,
Reflex, yep. I succeed, so I'll take half.
and 19 for the second one.
No reflex for that one, so that's a hit.
And that's an arcane mark because I'm out of spells for that.
Other spells, yeah.
That's an 8
Should take
And,
half of, so 4.
and a 7.
Should take all of, so 11 damage total.
And then Chekhov with a 22
22's a hit.
and a 5.
5 damage. 20, not natural versus Sulu. Sulu's going to take 6 negative energy damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude is... That's an 18.
Alright, so you don't take the constitution damage.
And then it's Sulu's, which is a natural 20.
So that'll be a hit. Double damage.
That's a 6 and a 5.
So 11. And Cuthbert.
Save my bullets from a musket. I'm gonna try this elven longbow. And same thing, the base attack bonus with dexterity.
Dex. Yep.
I got 23.
Alright, that appears to hit.
Let's see if we can't kill this thing. Alright, so we got a 18. We're doing arcane mark
I believe
again,
I get
and
a-
a 10, so.
I get a reflex save for the 18, of which I rolled a 20, so I'll take half.
And the second one was a 10, so no.
Miss.
Alright, this one is a 9.
9 damage.
I guess but that's, half or whatever. And then Chekhov, which is a 17, which is a not.
That's a miss. Yep. And my guy attacks Sulu again, getting a 24.
Jesus.
Doing 2 negative energy damage to Sulu. And he gets a fortitude.
Sulu.
And he gets a fortitude save again.
15.
Fails this time. He'll take 3 con drain.
Holy shit, shingle.
Then it's to Sulu and Cuthbert.
This one's a 20, not natural.
It's a hit.
5.
5 damage.
Just the initial roll is a 4.
Miss.
That's a 11, so no. And a 20, not natural.
So hit.
And that's a 6.
Alright, another Wraith destroyed. Only 3 statues remaining. You get another 800 experience points each.
So we got Jim, Bob, and Dave left. We have a 33.3% repeating chance of getting it right just off the bat. I don't really like the name Jim.
And you know it's not Larry or Steve.
5. Yeah, I think it's Bob.
Alright, you think it's Bob. You smash Bob?
Do it.
Do it.
Alright, you smash Bob. Door opens.
Yay!
You now walk into what appears to be Great Labyrinth. Who wants to roll a knowledge dungeoneering to get a 5-second peek at the labyrinth map?
Gordon says I do.
Roll a knowledge dungeoneering to get a 5-second peek at the dungeon map.
I have a 22. Okay.
Now you guys are lost in a labyrinth. So after the wedding of Harlock and Morgan, you guys partied late into the evening. After the wedding, They sailed off on their yacht in hopes to honeymoon in the town of Delbup.
Okay.
But were stopped in the swamp by a great swamp hag with a magic walking house. Through Cersei's great diplomacy, were able to actually trade their boat and some of Cersei's belongings for this crazy dancing hut.
So does it dance while you're inside of it?
It does dance while you're inside of it, but inside of the house you have equilibrium, so you can't tell that the house is moving from the inside.
Wow, it's like a space station
Yeah.
in the future.
So if you look out the front door, the screen door, the windows, it looks like the world is moving outside, and you feel like you're standing still, but it's actually the hut moving. So you all boarded this house kind of groggily after this party, got this new hut. You moved all the presents over from the boat into the house. Ended up going to a couple different towns. The last place this house was parked is outside of a town called Barksdale. While you were resting in the hut after the wedding, Cersei and Harlock and Morgan and some others managed to buy a small boat to sail around the coast and have left the hut behind with you guys in it. Which, like I said, you'll wake up and you'll see what looks like, if you look out the front door or the windows, it looks like the world outside is bobbing up and down. But you feel like you're remaining completely still in this hut. There's just plain wood floors, plain wood walls. There's only windows, 2 windows on the front and a door on the front. No other windows or doors anywhere in the hut. There's a small table with a bowl on it, chicken, a small empty pantry, a cauldron, which looks like a little fire pit underneath it. And that's it, really. It's a pretty large space, like way too large for such a small amount of stuff. It's a very large space. The only other things in here will be presents from the wedding. So there are like 2 horses here, and lots of other like gadgets. Yeah, there are 2 horses inside the hut, just kind of taking a shit on the floor, just doing whatever. But there are 2 horses, and there's a bunch of other gifts from the wedding, so a bunch of other magical items, and some loot, and a big cask of ale. So I mean, there is some stuff in the house, but it seems to be all piled towards one end, and it all seems to be gifts from the wedding.
Ah, okay. Yeah, good morning. What's I've been out for a little while.
You have, that's crazy.
What's new?
You must have drank a lot. So we sort of figured out how this hut thing works. You can't see it, but outside, kind of underneath the house, are these like 15-foot long chicken legs that it walks on. And we accidentally stepped on this like lizard dude camp and were forced to kill them.
Wait, people did or the house?
The house did, but then they chased us and were like attacking the house, and then they knocked the house over, so we killed them. Anyway, the important thing here is that we figured out how to drive the house.
Okay.
And we're outside of this town, which is like
Barksdale, right?
Dark, nighttime, Urgathoa, gambling kind of town.
Oh no, that sounds like trouble.
So me and Kit and I can't remember who someone else was, like went into town to try to find some like gambling to do, and it's like nothing but pitch black dark everywhere.
Oh, that was Verboten. You guys left Verboten. You're in Barksdale now. Barksdale's the one that has the horse race track.
Oh!
Horse race track.
Yeah, it's one city over. It has private hunting grounds, like large stables, a horse race track, a lot of grazing land.
Huh.
So, are we in the town or are we outside?
You are at the dock just outside of town. The house is sort of like parked in the shallow water next to the dock, sort of so that its legs are partially underwater, partially above water. It's sort of just like bobbing next to the dock, to and fro, up and down.
What powers? Do we know what powers the house?
No.
Like, where does it get its energy? Does it eat?
No? I think it's like magic.
No one knows.
It's just always done this. I mean, we haven't had it for like, so I don't know the answer to that question. Anyway, so
Roach in the house.
Well, this is West Linia where we are, so we're at Barksdale now, and so they went on a boat up to Delbup up there. This is where we were trying to go initially. But the thing is, we couldn't actually walk the house through there because...
Roderick can tell you stuff.
Because then we would have to go through the swamp, which is where Baba Naga, which is who Cersei got the house from, said, "Don't be walking up through my swamp." So we can't go this way. So I'm actually thinking my idea, I guess, was that we could call Cersei on the bracer and be like, "Yo." So yeah, I was thinking that we would just have to like call Cersei and be like, because we don't know where Cersei and them went with the boat, so we could just call her and be like, "Hey, where'd you guys go to?" Because like it's her house really, so we can't just like go doing whatever we want in like her house, because then we're just like stealing her car, which is not cool.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, Froderick's there, acting on Cersei's behalf, basically.
Well, does Frederick know where Cersei went?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, dude, where did Cersei go? Are you supposed to, like, follow her? Does she have any instructions about to not take the house a certain direction?
Okay, so Broderick would be able to tell you that there was going to be discussion amongst all the other players about whether or not we should take the hut, leave the hut, whatnot. So Cersei hopped on the boat with the rest of the crew, and they went to Delbook and left Broderick behind to pass that message on to you guys in the hut.
We expected to follow with the hut.
We can't.
You don't have to follow if you don't want to, but it's an interesting town. If you were to contact Cersei, she could tell you about it.
Yeah, can we, well, I guess John's the only one with a bracer. Can I call,
Yeah, give her a ring.
Is your bracer on? Is Cersei's bracer on? What channel are they on? What do you say? Roll a perception check, Cersei, to see if you hear all the normal things that need to happen for this procedure.
so...
Cersei got a 9. She's probably underwater right now.
Yeah, Cersei's not hearing this shit, so it doesn't matter. You call for Cersei, she's not going to respond, so...
We can try her again later.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I know for certain about this house is, I mean, we've got it, like I said, we have kind of a good handle on, like, how to make it move. But I also know for certain that we're not supposed to go through that swamp that's around Delbook. So even if Frederick said that's
Broderick
where...
Broderick would gladly tell you that his mistress told you not to go through the swamp.
Yeah, so we can't go that way. So that means that if we go to Delbook, we're going to have to go across land, which is impossible. So we'll have to park the house somewhere, and I don't know how to do that without leaving it open to somebody just, like, nicking it.
Well, Broderick's role is to watch the house, right?
Can he defend
Or
the whole
is
place by
Broderick
himself?
supposed to accompany us? Like, what's...
Well, he's along for the ride.
Yeah,
Wherever he goes.
if he's, like, Cersei's servant, then really maybe he could be the house protector. I'm still a bit
I pretty
nervous
much-
about leaving the
Alright.
house.
So outside of game, Cersei left Broderick behind to watch over all of you people who were still sleeping in the hut once we abandoned you.
I mean, if there were no specific instructions to follow these guys into this town beyond the swamp.
Well, that's the thing is I'm, like, totally down and interested in going to Delbook because, I mean, that's where we were planning on going before we found this hut madness to begin with. But my trepidation with this situation is that it would mean we'd have to leave the house behind if we went to Delbook, and then I don't know, like, how... It doesn't have, like, a lock on the door. Someone can just, like, walk into the house and then, like, drive it away, and then Cersei's investment is just, like...
So it's going to be able to
Fuck.
drive the house away.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take us a very long time to figure out how to do it, so I'm thinking if someone sees it and they're like, fuck yeah, and then they can
Who's
just
gonna
steal it.
succeed a DC 30 spell check?
And, like, Frederick's cool and all, but I don't know if, like, one person can defend against, like, whoever decides they want to take this house.
Right.
So I just wouldn't want to end up fucking Cersei over by, like, abandoning her house somewhere just so that we can go into this city.
So the alternative to that would be sticking with the house and not going to that city. We'd have to find some other adventure to do.
Once we get a bit closer, we can try to contact Cersei again when we're closer, because we don't know what they're doing there, or like what kind of place it is. So maybe we'll get closer, we'll contact her, and she'll be like, we fucked up, we need to get out real quick. And we'll be like, baller, we're on the other side of the swamp, here to rescue you. Like, we don't know anything about what's happening, you know?
So you want to just move closer and then try and contact her again?
Yeah, so I'm down with, like, going back up past Oestra, like, walking the house, even if we like, go past Haunt Vede again.
Yeah.
Because we know what that place is, like, that's, like, the space town, and I know that I don't like it there, so I'm not really interested in stopping at Haunt Vede. And we know what happens in the graveyard, so as long as we don't go through the swamp, I think we should be okay.
So skirt the swamp on the eastern side.
Yeah.
What do we know about any of that, if anything at all? I'm sure there's various bad guys between us and...
Well, I'm sure you'll remember the epic, like, around here is where Kit had that really awesome move where he, like, chopped those, like, bisected those zombies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's zombies.
kind of out in that area. And then I think we ran into something else whenever the wedding party was going to Oestra.
So north of where you are, there's lots of ghouls and zombies and undead type of creatures in the woods north of here.
Yeah, but I'm not really too worried about that, like inside of this hut, and also the fact that like we've dealt with that before. So.
Well, before we leave Barksdale, is there anything of interest in it?
It's like horses and like horse stuff and like horse racing
and glue. There's a glue factory.
A glue factory, and so you can buy some adhesive or like buy some glue or something while we're here if you want.
I don't know if I'd have any use for. Well, I mean, I'm sure I can use it in a trap.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling.
But I don't have any money, so that'll have to wait.
Oh, right. We don't have any money.
Yeah, that's right. We're broke.
Don't worry, Archie on the average chosen still owes you 7,000 gold, and he promised he'd pay back.
He certainly does.
You had to remind them.
No, we're not forgetting that.
So, but it'll probably be a little while before we recoup that.
Yeah, you literally saw me.
Yeah, you saw him get vaporized, so you would assume he would have to come back to life somehow, and then probably at this point you assume you're not getting that money back, but.
Frederick will zombie chime in and say, "Mistress has your money."
You fucking kidding, Frederick? You're awesome, dude. Thanks.
Roderick watched Archeon the Everchosen give Cersei nearly 7,000 gold because he could not carry it, and she kept it in her interplanar purse.
That's so baller. It won't be broke forever.
So you guys know once you can reunite with Cersei, you'll be able to get some money, according to Frederick.
Yeah, so cool. We should definitely go catch up with Cersei then, because we don't have any money without.
Yeah.
Alright, so how would you guys like to go catch up with Cersei?
I
think you guys have discussed it long enough.
Yeah.
So, I'm all for heading out, and how long would that take? How fast does this house move?
So otherwise, as long as you're willing to go around anything that would block the house from moving, it moves at 60 feet per turn. As far as like on foot, it'll move twice as fast as you guys would through this territory.
Well, how about head up towards Oestra, and then we like try to contact Cersei again whenever we're outside of Oestra.
Okay.
You can like use that as a landmark.
Alright, so how are you guys doing this?
Well, I'll show Aristophanes the way that this works.
Alright.
Which is, it takes a few of us. There's 4 of us here, so all 4 of us should maybe just participate in this whole ceremony. We take this here egg from this here hen, and we crack it into this here bowl, and we give the house a very simple command while using our use magic device skill. And we need at least 30 use magic devices, whatever that means within the game, for this to work.
Yep. And how many eggs do we have left there, Cersei? I know you're not here, but I think you had the count of eggs.
I think we were sitting at around 11 last I checked.
Alright, so there are 11 eggs here for you guys to screw around with. You can really mess up 11 times for you just can't do it anymore.
So, Aristophanes, if you extend the daylight hours, then the hen lays more eggs. That's like how chickens work. So before we use the sun rod to create artificial extended daytime hours so that we got more eggs. So if we run low, that's like a trick to get more eggs out of this hen, because it lays a certain number every day. We can get extra out of it if we like fake it out on it being like a summer day.
And Juan has a Kitsune Star Gem, which she can use to also create extra light when necessary. Now that the sun rod is burnt out, it only had one use. But...
And now it's just a stupid piece of wood.
Yeah, now it's just a stick. Just in the pile of crap that's in this house, all piled up in one corner.
Next to the horse poop?
Yeah, there's a bunch of piles of horse poop in different areas around the house.
Then really building
as these, it's started to become a problem. There are 2 horses just kind of running wild in this house.
Can we maybe go into... We're at a horse town. Why don't we, like, go into town before we leave and get some, like, I don't know...
Horse feed?
And maybe a horse poop shovel or something so that we can, like... keep these horses from like breaking this house on the inside.
Do you guys want to do that really quick?
Yeah, it's kind of boring, but yeah.
Sure.
Alright, who wants to go into town to buy horse food and a horse poop shovel?
Well, Kit and Juan are gonna go together. They're not gonna be separated.
Alright, so Kit and Juan go. Aristophanes, are you going, or are you staying behind with Frederick?
Yeah, I might as well go. I'll just in case something happens.
Alright, I assume Frederick will stay behind in the hut. You guys head into Barksdale. You're able to find the stables and the animal supply store near there. They sell feed for horses. Oats and such in a bag that keeps pretty well, actually, so you can buy up to a month's worth of rations and be fine.
We'll do that. How
Alright,
much?
you can buy a month's worth of rations for 300 gold. It'll feed 2 horses for a month. And you have 2 horses, so to feed
I
them.
don't have that. I mean, if I buy this and that's like,
They'll throw in the poop shovel.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need anything else? We need some way to like.
I appreciate your dedication.
Horses. I have no choice. They're animals. I have
Yeah,
to do
she's
this.
a druid. Yeah.
I've also got rope, like a bit or
Like a
reins
bridle.
or something.
Yeah.
So that we can keep them secured.
And that's going to cost 100 per horse to get all the gear you'd need for a horse. Those will be like cheap saddles, a bridle,
We don't make
stirrups.
saddles. Do they not come with saddles or anything whenever
No, there's 2 horses that were wedding
Harlock's-
presents.
Harlock's dad was just like, here's 2 naked wild horses all over the place. in
The
this
horses
house.
were a gift from someone in this town, actually.
Yeah, they were from someone in this town. They have a lot of horses here.
So what do horses eat?
Hey, oats.
Other horses.
Other horses.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Alright, so for 400 gold, can I get, instead of a month of horse food, can I get 3 weeks? The poop shovel thrown in for free, and not full set of tack for the horses, but just
Yes.
their
Yes.
bridle. Okay, 400.
For 400, you can get your basic bridle, no saddle, 3 weeks of rations, and a poop scoop.
I'm gonna crack open my Bank of Many Plains wallet, and peel off some money for you.
If it's been
Yeah,
a month,
make it rain.
if it's been a month since you deducted interest from that, don't forget to do that while you're in there.
Gonna go back to the house and like open the front door and just like scoop the shit out the front door.
Yeah, you can just
Onto
scoop it
the
into the
ground.
ocean. Well, you're next to a dock, so either scoop it onto the dock or scoop it into the ocean.
Right into the ocean.
So you, the ghost worshiper, shovel horse shit straight into the ocean. Got
Not
it.
very environmentally friendly.
No,
It's not, no.
the ocean is
I mean,
sacred,
it is
but
biodegradable.
What should we do?
wonder if
then?
horse shit floats. I don't know.
Should we have brought the horse shit into town with us?
It does.
We can shovel the horse shit out as we're traveling overland.
So we should just shovel it onto the
It's
front
dry.
porch, and then we'll find a spot.
Yeah, so for now, you just scoot all the poop onto the front porch, and later you're gonna just like launch it off the front porch at your convenience.
No,
Yeah,
we're gonna use
and,
it to
Froderick would
fertilize
say,
some plants later.
Say, save some doo-doo for Cersei cauldron stew.
I like that that rhymes. No problem, we'll do that.
But only because it rhymes.
Yeah, only because of
Only.
You guys will save some horse poop for Cersei to make stew at Froderick's request.
Probably do some good face masks.
Never
like
thought that would happen.
Man, I'm just gonna fill that pantry up, dog.
I know, dog. Remember, for the items to reappear in the pantry, though, you have to also eat the soup. If you don't eat the soup, the items spoil.
What? He'll eat it.
Alright, as long as someone will eat it. That's all I'm asking. As long as someone will eat your poop stew.
Alright, well,
It'll reappear.
We're gonna dress bring them, tie them up to something, put their poop onto the porch, keep some in, I don't know. Well, no, all of it onto the porch, and we'll just not toss all of it over. And then let's go inside and crack an egg, and then ask this house nicely to go really just straight north, put us right in line. Because if we just go from the docks, just like shoo straight line north, it would hit the edge of the swamp, and then we can just crack a second egg, stop it at the edge of the swamp, and then just go over and then up again.
Roderick got a natural 19 on spellcraft. Which,
It's not spellcraft, it's use magic device, but
Yeah.
oh, well, I got a 19 on that.
One got a 7, and Kit got
I got a 12.
a 2.
alright, so altogether you're just barely able to convince this house to head north.
Thank you, house.
Yeah, house heads north. Let's see if anything happens as the house heads north.
Does the house have any other, like, organs or appendages or...
Not that you've seen yet.
No, I mean, we've only just seen these legs. These.
Mistress knows a lot about Hut. Roderick would
There is a small army of zombies kind of gathered outside of Oestra, and the hut will have to pass through them. It will slow the hut's move speed. It will not be trying to kill them or anything, it's just trying to get through. The zombies are unable to reach you guys up in the hut, but there is enough of them to slow the hut down.
Okay, how many?
Like difficult terrain.
Like 1,000. There are 1,000 zombies outside the city of Oestra.
Yeah, let's not
Let's
fight
get the
them.
fuck out of her.
Never mind, yeah.
Yeah, the hut is able to sort of like tiptoe past all of them, but it does slow your guys' speed down exponentially.
So can I go out onto the porch and like
You want to shovel shit on the zombies?
Yeah, aristocracy. Do you want to like go into the forest and like lightning strike, like pachoo, 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 like peck off some zombies? It'll just give us some like random XP while we're
Get
safe
on my
on the porch,
property.
right? And they're undead, so Gozer's not going to care if we just like kill them. And there's 1,000 of them.
Alright, so let's pick a zombie and go to work on it.
All right. I don't know how Frederick feels about that, but you guys are doing it, I guess. So.
Yeah, Broderick would be like, they know attacks if we know attack. You can tell that Broderick would be a little unnerved by this move.
Yeah, Cersei summoned horses just to murder them before, so I feel like this is the kind of thing that we do. So if we attack one, are all of them going to start attacking the house?
That's a very good question.
I mean, it's a large.
You gotta think about the zombie swarm mentality,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe we might want to pass on this.
Yeah.
It is a horde of zombies, so.
I would like to get some easy XP, but I also don't want to start this horde attacking the house. Fine.
We should get another opportunity between this army zombies and.
I mean, you guys could still like shovel poop at the zombies if you want, just for fun.
No,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
just
do that.
save the poop
Let's go
for
screw the
fertilizing
zombies.
plants.
Yeah.
Fertilize zombies.
Joanne wants to save it. She doesn't want to throw it on zombies. She wants to throw it on dirt.
We'll save the poop.
All right, you save the poop. I think the house doesn't seem to be drawing any attention. Like it seems to be able to move through them without.
Yeah, we'll just
disturbing
keep going.
them.
It's fine. We'll keep going.
So it just slows you guys down a lot. So it's probably going to double the amount of time it's going to take you to get there. But you guys will be able to move through this zombie horde north to the edge of the forest. It is quickly approaching the edge of the forest. It looks like the house might run smack into a tree unless you stop it.
Oh, well, can we crack an egg and then...
Yeah, I just need all 4 of you to roll. Use
Stop.
magic device.
Please, house.
Just say stop, please, house.
11 and 18.
Alright, so
So a
that's...
natural 20 for Frederick.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
amongst all of you, you are able to once again stop the house before it hits the trees. You were just south of the westernmost forest there, just outside of, I believe, Oestra.
So we're...
Yeah, you can sort of see Oestra west of you guys. Swamp is slightly north of you guys, but you were just underneath of the edge of the forest.
Dang it. So we're gonna have to use like 2 eggs just to get it to go.
You're down to 9 eggs now, I believe.
Yeah. So if we're just at the edge, so we'd have to use 1 egg for it to go northwest and then stop it. That's 2 eggs, and then 1 more egg to go northeast, and then stop it whenever we get to the graveyard.
Instead of using an egg to stop the first leg of the journey, can't we there while we're en route and just change direction? Or does the house have to do that? Will it trip over its own feet?
No, you can just crack an egg to have it change direction. You don't have to stop and then change direction. You just have to stop this time, not hit a tree.
So,
Okay.
so we can still use the egg to make it go over, and then instead of stopping it, just do so egg here, egg over, and then egg. So 1, 2.
2 eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
Alright, so crack the first egg to go northwest towards the swamp.
Natural 20,
Nice.
and then
16.
Yeah, you guys got it. You cracked an egg good enough to head northwest towards the swamp.
we're gonna
Roll me a
crack an
perception
egg
check
now.
to see when you guys get too close to the swamp, then you'll need to turn again.
27 and 30 and then 30.
Yeah, you see the swamp rapidly approaching. You need to
That's
change
the
direction.
swamp.
Yeah, swamp. Change direction.
Okay.
Don't walk in the swamp. That was one of the very specific instructions.
And we're definitely not going to do
So
that.
crack an egg to head northeast is what you're trying now.
Yeah. So we're on egg number
2.
3.
8 now.
Let's see. This will be
No,
after
we
this.
just did
This
egg 8. So
will
now
be
it's
7
egg
left
7.
after you do this. Yeah.
Oh, natural 1.
All right. So you're no help. You can still add 1 to it, but
6.
so that's 7.
Oh, 20. Non-natural.
27. Frederick, you want to roll one in there? If you can roll at least a 3.
Frederick got a 14.
All right. So that's good
14.
enough. It's good enough to make this happen. Although almost not. You guys just barely do it because that natural one. But
He's
you
gonna
guys,
so
you
enjoy
head
it.
northeast towards the graveyard.
And then, so are we
You guys are like skirting the edge of the swamp, sort of just along the edge. Roll me a perception check.
13.
12 and 17.
Or the 17. Kit thinks he sees something moving in the swamp.
I think there's something moving in
Frederick
the
got a
swamp.
13.
Yeah, so only Kit thinks he sees something in the swamp. You guys may or may not take it seriously, but
Well, John will.
Juan will take Kit seriously.
Can you be more specific? What do you think you see in the swamp, kid?
I don't know. I'll go out onto the porch and peer a bit closer. So, 20? Not natural?
Looks like some of the vines in the swamp are moving around. Like plants here are either growing very rapidly or animate in some way.
I think that the plants in the swamp might be sentient. In that case, maybe we should do a little bit of plant taming magic to make sure that we can walk by without these vines grabbing onto the house's legs. Because it was kind of hard, well, not really hard, to get the house to stand back up again.
Mistress used plant killing blight.
I don't have blight, but I do have a vial.
You have something similar to it.
Yeah, I've got Glormnock elixir and diminished plant.
That's the one.
I mean, you guys are druids. If anyone can handle plant battle, it would be you guys. But
I know my instinct is to do diminished plant, but I've got blight as well. So I think blight would kill the plant, right? So I would say to do diminished plant so that it's not as much of a risk, and we just get the house to keep on booking it rather than
Well, I mean, we're not going into the swamp, which we're not supposed to do anyway. Yeah, right?
Yeah, or the plants. If the plants are not moving beyond the swamp.
I mean, they do seem to be very large plants, and you guys are like right along the edge. It seemed like Kit seems to think they are coming out of the swamp towards the hut.
Yeah, they're
Very slowly right now, but
Juan's gonna join Kit on the porch, and I'm gonna cast diminished plants on them because I don't want to kill these plants. That even if they are trying to kill us, that's not the Gozer way. Level
it either
3.
targets normal plants within half a mile and reducing their potential productivity over the following year to half normal, or it prunes them within a range of 400 feet plus 40 foot level, which shrinks them to about 1/3 their normal size, becoming untangled and less bushy. They look as they've been carefully pruned or trimmed. Dispels anything like entangled plant growth or wall of thorns. You can change the area into what size radius.
I'm going to do the prune growth version so that it makes the vines 1/3 of their normal size. Take them 300 times longer to grow and get us. And if the house is moving, it's 60 foot a turn. 60
I like
foot.
it. You've reduced. We'll say you use that spell slot. You reduce the vines enough that they aren't able to grab the hut. You were skirting the very thin line between the swamp area and the edge of the very large black iron fence that surrounds the cemetery. It's like a thorny fence with roses on top. Actually looks quite similar to the blade that Aristophanes is carrying in his backpack. To be honest, the motif on it very closely matches the blade on it as his sword, and surrounds the cemetery. You guys are along the edge of that, sort of very dangerously skirting the edge of the two with the hut.
Dangerously skirting. Can we crack an egg then to adjust direction?
You can try to. You might need to do that, or else I just rolled high enough that he's going to bump into the fence and either damage the fence or the legs of the hut temporarily. But
yeah, I don't want to damage the hut.
Let's crack an egg.
Yeah, can we crack an egg? And wait, so how long has it been that we've been on this journey?
About a day and a half, 2 days now.
So how many more eggs has the hen laid?
Let's see. Have you had your Kitsune Star Gem lit?
Yeah, I'm going to bake it into thinking it's 16 hours of sunlight rather than 8.
6 and 9, so 15 more eggs.
15 plus 7, so we have 22 eggs, so let's definitely crack one of those and make an adjustment to the direction we're heading so that we
Alright,
don't
so
hit the
roll me a
fence.
quick adjustment to not bump into the fence.
5 and 3.
4.
Fuck.
So 5, 3, and 4.
Oh my god, Froderick, help.
So that's what, 12 total?
Yeah.
Alright.
Help, Froderick.
It's all up to you, Frederick.
Alright, Broderick got a 10, but he'll surge.
Alright, so that's at 22 right now.
Right? Well,
You guys need at least 8 more points to...
Kit's gonna use one of his bazillion surges as a 5, and the
Alright, so you need
second
3
one,
more.
4.
Alright, so that's enough. Kit surged it enough that you guys are able to do it. You steer away from the fence.
That's
No one else needs a surge. Kit did too. So you're in the clear.
Good.
thanks, kid.
Kit cracked that egg. Kit cracked that egg real good. You guys are able to steer away from the fence and continue heading sort of more north towards Pont Vide.
We want to skirt Pont Vide, though.
All right, well, just you have to give it more commands to do that because currently it's heading north towards Pont Vide. So you're gonna have to crack another egg when you get close to Pont Vide's wall and say east or west, or give it directions to go around it some way.
We should east then, because if we west, then we're just going to go onto the skinny bit of land between the city and the swamp, and we don't want to get too close to the swamp.
All right, so you're heading towards the wall. And roll, see if anything happens. While you're heading in this direction. You guys are witnessing a small rocket launch go wrong. There's an explosion in the sky.
Shit.
Actually, you guys are close enough that it even rocks the hut of Baba Yaga. You guys inside, your equilibrium is maintained. I'm going to roll a percentage chance to see if it knocks the hut over.
No.
It does knock the hut over slightly.
I don't know
It's not gonna fall
right
over.
now.
It's just it's getting tilted, like it is up on 2 legs instead
Okay,
of 4.
that's fine.
Like through the front door, you can see the world like tilted on its axis.
It's doing that thing like where you're about to fall and you're on one foot and you're like, whoop, whoop,
Yeah,
whoop, whoop.
So yeah, the hut almost stumbles in this explosion. You see bits of rocket shrapnel flying all around. I'll roll a percentage chance to see if that hits you guys. No, it does. A lot of it does come near you guys, littering the landscape in flame and bits of metal just outside the city.
Can I go out onto the porch and like look at what types of things have fallen? Like what kinds of pieces of metal?
I mean, the hut's still moving unless you tell it to stop.
No, it's fine. I mean, it can keep walking. I just want to like look at the.
Yeah, I mean, it's walking at
If
60
anything
foot per 6 seconds,
interesting,
so I
then
mean,
I can just ask
it's
it
moving
to
pretty
stop.
quick for you to see anything besides this pieces of metal and pieces of starship. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
All right.
Anything that would have survived the explosion of a starship or a shuttle.
But yeah.
So the hut nearly stumbled, and you guys are still stumbling towards the wall of Pont Vide.
Well, we wanted to use an egg to make it go east.
Alright, so crack me an egg to make it go east as it's sort of stumbling.
Roger got a 15.
8 and 12.
So that's enough. So the 4 of you cracking an egg together. I like the idea that it's all 4 of you like huddled over a bowl with one egg, like, oh, let's hope we don't crack this egg wrong.
It's cute.
Yeah. But you crack it
All you
right.
players take a crack and egg.
Yeah, you head east, it's just sort of south of the tar pit that is kind of runs along the side of the wall of
I
Cranagris.
want to crack a second egg whenever we can make it so our trajectory goes this way. Like,
Alright,
I
you
want us
need to do that like right now.
Crack.
Turn left, harsh left.
An egg.
Oh,
Back
damn
from
it.
20.
So 6 and 6.
So that's enough because of Frederick's natural 20. So you guys aren't much up, but luckily Frederick's got the hang of this egg cracking thing. He's gonna be a master chef soon.
Juan's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
She doesn't really eat eggs.
So how many eggs are we down to now? 20?
What's
Yeah, because it
happening
was
to-
22. And
What happens to
we
the
just
eggs
used-
after
yeah.
we crack?
They vanish.
We can't eat it.
No. Mm-mm. You can eat the shell,
It's all
The
covered
shell's
in
still there.
velvet now.
but the yolk vanishes into the bowl once you cast the spell properly. Yeah, like the house eats the egg and then takes the command. Maybe this is the house's mouth is the bowl.
Source of the house's drive is the eggs we're giving it.
Yeah, that's how you give it commands to do anything. So
Well, in
yeah,
our case, we're asking it nicely. I don't like the command thing.
yeah. Well,
Please turn.
asking the house nicely to do things.
72
What kind of
degrees
hen
north.
is this? Like, what? I mean, is there something special about this hen that? Or will the house take any old egg?
I mean, you guys have only tried eggs from this particular hen. You don't know.
That bears some investigation. So, do we make the turn successfully? We're
You
not-
do make the turn successfully. The hut does dip a leg or two in the edge of the tar pits. It's got like two legs now have like black tar on them, but it's still moving fine through the area. Not enough to slow it down, just enough to like leave tar residue and sort of like house footprints heading this direction north. You guys on your day 3 of travel, none of you have really rested because you haven't said you have, and so I'm not just going to assume you guys are resting. But you're heading past the
Hey,
strict...
while we're en route, Brian,
Yeah.
can I just roll a 20 in order to buckle my puzzle box? If I can.
You don't take a 20 during some of this travel to feed Billy?
Yeah, can I do that?
You can do that. You can take a 20, release a fairy, feed Billy.
Can we
He'll purr and
pause?
coo and wrap
Okay.
around your neck.
Can we stop somewhere here and like everybody sleep and have Frederick stand guard at the screen door to see, and if anyone comes, then he can like let us know. But we can like sleep and like eat and sleep
Yeah,
and
do you wanna?
eat.
You guys, that's about where you guys are now. You're outside of that forest. Do you want to pause outside of that forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger,
Yeah.
watch, he doesn't sleep.
All right, so crack me an egg to stop the hut there.
9.
19 and
You're at 28,
15.
so that's enough. You guys are able to stop the hut.
Roderick.
So you guys all rest in the hut outside of the Strix village at night.
Alright, that's good.
So you guys are just outside the forest. You do see signs of Strix activity in the distance as you guys are drifting off to sleep, and Frederick is watching on the porch. But I actually rolled low enough that you don't have an encounter with them. Either they know to avoid the hut of Baba Yaga, or for some other reason they're avoiding you guys, but they don't come out of the forest that night and pester you guys as you're like just outside their territory too. Usually the kind of thing that would get you attacked by this group if you guys have been through here before. What they call the Tawa Ikizoku, or the Tower Clan. They're a bunch of ninja gunslingers that work for Cranagris. They're a group of Strix, so sort of bird-like creatures. Almost not bat-like, but you can roll some knowledge locals or anything else if you want to know some about the society or anything before you drift off to sleep.
So we're just gonna start up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't assume you're going to bother the Strix, but if you want to know what you're sleeping next to, or tell Kit or Juan if you know
I'm
anything.
good. I'm gonna curl up. I mean, as long as nothing's attacking us, I'll
No,
just
that doesn't seem
curl
to be
up. I'll
attacking
say
you
a
now.
prayer to Gozra.
Are you good again?
No, but I'm still religious.
You can be evil and still religious.
Yeah, I'm very devout.
People do it all the time. Alright, so you guys post up, you say a little prayer and go to bed. Frederick watches out the front porch door all night, being a zombie, not needing to rest unless he needs to heal.
Hopefully nothing happens.
I'll roll
Nothing happens.
The weather gets a little worse through the night. There is a late night storm, but the Strix don't come any closer.
That's cool.
You still hear them in the distance, making their Strixian noises. They don't approach the hut. It's kind of storming out. It's a dark, stormy night, but nothing else really happens. The next morning, early in the morning, I need Frederick to roll a perception check, I guess.
Sorry, Frederick got a 24 or a 25.
I got a 10.
20 and 25.
None of you rolled high enough to see this coming, so I get a sneak attack. One of them will launch in a smoke bomb, which will fly up next to your screen door and start releasing smoke into... So I need you guys to make a fortitude
Are we
save to
awake
hold
yet?
your breath. You'll be woken up. I'm sure Frederick will alert you guys if someone's just throwing something at the cabin. Frederick being on the front porch will be the first one to be affected by it, so I need Frederick to roll a fortitude save to not be poisoned. Unless he is
Alright.
immune to poison. I don't remember.
Immune to mind affecting, bleed, death effects, disease, paralysis, immune to poison, sleep,
So-
and stun.
So Frederick will be immune to this, but the rest of you guys in the hut will not. But there will still be a green smoke that will somewhat reduce your perception right now. So your perception will be reduced 3 rounds. Next, Frederick, I need you to tell me your CMD. And is it lower than 27?
Very likely, 17 for the CMD.
Alright, so you're caught in a snag net, which is covered with little barbs, which can do piercing damage if you try to move or escape. Next, one will leap up onto the porch, toss some daggers. We'll go Kit first. It's always fun to shoot a Kit first. Huh. That's going to be a 32
This is a 32.
and a natural 1, and then a natural 20, which makes it a 32. So he's going to get 2 hits in there, but he's going to slip off and fall off the porch back down to the ground. 11 damage. The next one.
Do the rest of us know what's going on?
Well, once there's first sneak round is in, yes. Then we can roll, then you can jump right into battle.
I'm sure that Kit.
They'll get 1 round in. The next guy's going to throw some stuff at Aristophanes. That's going to be a 46, a 30, and a 17.
Yeah, those are all hits.
So that's 10 damage. They've thrown daggers that are like sort of cutting you and like piercing your clothes to like sort of hold you to the ground. I mean, it's not so much that you're grappled; it's not that you could like easily rip out of the ground. You're gonna damage your clothes if you get up. These are creating wounds in like your arms or legs, but also like cutting through your clothes and pinning you to the ground where you are.
We just got our clothes all cleaned up for that
I know, just for that wedding. Now your clothes are ruined. And then lastly, at Juwan, I got a 39, a 20,
No,
and a 25.
no.
And that's a 4 damage to you then. There's only 1 dagger hits you somewhere. Let's say right in your right leg. That's where you're pinned. So your right leg is pinned. Aristophanes, one of the daggers land right by your head and probably cut your cheek. Another one is like right by your chest. It is his left leg and right by his head. These knives are almost close enough to cut you in the head.
How many of them are there in there?
Was that all of them?
Yeah, there are 4 of them that leapt up here. You don't see them still. You know they're somewhere in the hut. You saw the door open there in the hut, but it's dark, it's morning time. There's no light in the hut currently.
Can I do the star gem? Can I...
Alright, perception check once the star gem's on.
Frederick got a 15 on perception with Star Gem on.
I got a 13 on perception.
26 and 18 on perception.
Yeah, so you see these guys now. They seem to be like huddled in the corners of the hut.
But only 3 of them, right? 'Cause
Only 3 of them are in here. Just like up in the ceiling in the corners. Like sort of we're hiding in the shadows. But you were laying down to sleep in the hut, so you are laying down. You need to do a move action to stand up. You will tear some of your clothes.
Frederick got pinned down by one of the nets, but he was already standing. He was keeping watch.
That's correct. So he was standing up, but it's a net that's thrown over him with barbs in it. So he's just his move is reduced. Will take snag damage to take the net off or to move while in the net. So
What if he's immune to non-lethal damage?
I mean, it is lethal damage. They're barbs that do piercing damage.
Totally.
Yeah, and then the way we play the game, I don't make zombies immune to non-lethal damage because I think that's dumb. You still have to brain them, but you can knock them out with just like you knock out a human. If you can still knock a zombie down or unconscious with a stick, and then afterwards stab it to kill it. So I don't believe that non-lethal damage bullshit. Because I let them use that storm burst against zombies and stuff like that.
Frederick was the first attacked, so do you guys want to let him try to break out of the net?
Yeah, go for
He
it.
can try and come
And
inside.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then you want to go
Just
Aristophanes.
go in order of who was attacked.
I don't know what
Let's
the roll.
They fly very fast though, and because of their dark skin, they're very able to hide in the dark. Some of them do seem to be carrying pistols. Like they threw knives at you just now, but they are armed more heavily than that.
Alright.
This is obviously a surprise attack. Did you guys make fortitude saves from that green gas that was thrown in here, by the way?
No.
It was
20.
Oh
Not
wow!
natural.
Liz just rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20 and didn't distinguish which one was for who, and now she has to choose who gets what.
I mean, I think that I have to say that Juan
Wait,
is
what
the
happened?
one that gets poisoned and Kit doesn't, because Kit doesn't have a lot of health points. So Juan's now.
Alright, Juan's gonna take 5 con damage.
Woo!
Yeah, it's a deep cut as you inhale this green gas. So yeah, it's a pretty big drop in con. So you can barely make out these ghastly black-winged devil-like creatures sort of hiding in the corners through this green mist.
There are 4 of them?
Fills this 30-foot room.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3 in the room. So you think there's still 1 outside. Frederick's outside covered in net.
Yeah, all of us got
Trying to get out of it, I believe.
So
You can roll an escape artist or whatever to get out of the net as your move and still have a standard. But that would be your move. So if you get out of the net, you can't move after that. But you can do that as your standard and then move, but then you couldn't attack. So you have to choose which one of those things you want to give up. Either way, it kind of limits what you can do this turn. But
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess I'll try to break out using my move action.
all right. So what do you use? Escape artist or
No.
what do you got then? How are you going to get out of the snag net?
Can I try to just, slice through the net?
Yeah, you've got a weapon on you, so you can try that. You can roll an attack versus the net. Cut it.
Alright, I get 2 attacks. First attack is going to be a 12.
Alright, that's enough to hit a net, but I need you to make a reflex save to not get cut by the snags on the net whenever you're cutting at it while you're moving inside.
19.
Alright, so you'll take half of 7, so we'll say 3. 3 bleed damage as you make about an arm-sized hole in the net.
Alright, it's going to be 9 damage. Alright. So can I use my move to get closer to the guy on the outside and do my second attack against that guy?
If you move, you're going to take 4 damage. You're still in the net.
So then I roll on this guy. That's going to be a 16.
Miss. They're fast.
Alright, well, that's it for Froderick. Guess I was rolling against one of the ones on the HUD then.
Oh yeah, so you just probably swiped at the ceiling and missed.
So I'm gonna fall back on tried and true attack with my storm burst, and then I'm gonna surge it. I want to use that because it comes with additional penalties of move. Hopefully, it'll disrupt some of these dagger attacks and make it harder for them to move.
It's gonna start raining inside the hut though, which is gonna be weird.
Yeah, but will it disperse some of this gas inside the hut with us? I mean,
I'll roll a percentage chance to see if that happens.
yeah.
No.
But I'm gonna hit one of the guys on the ceiling because I can see them right. I rolled a high number. So I want to surge at 1. Again, 11 damage. Can I use my move to vaporize, misterize?
Alright, you missed her eye, sort of blend in with the gas.
Mister.
There's now sort of a storm
And
brewing
I'm
inside the
gonna-
hut. The chicken, the
Yeah,
hen
that
sort
might
of,
create
the
problems.
hen
for
sort of,
everybody, but
sort of getting excited.
It's better to create that kind of chaos than just be targets of ninjas. You know,
That's true.
kind of put this on the same footing.
Yep.
That's gonna be it for me, I believe.
I guess Kit's gonna go first. He's gonna attack the same one that Aristophanes chopped or blasted.
Lightning bolted.
Because I'm gonna obviously see that lightning bolt.
Mhm.
So Kit's gonna swing his reborn scimitar at that guy.
Nice.
Okay, so can I surge that?
Yeah, you can surge anything.
So I got what was it? 7, 8, 5, so 13. So I'm gonna surge it until I hit him.
Okay.
Because I got 7 surges.
Yeah.
So 2. Excellent.
So what are you at now?
15.
Nope. 16.
17, 18,
19. No. 23.
Jesus.
No.
4, 25.
No.
6, 27.
It's a reflex save.
Really bad.
I rolled a 23 reflex, still take half.
3. Great roll there, Kit. Yeah. Take that, sir.
Sounds pretty bad.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, God.
I know you guys hate it when I say this stuff, but they rolled that. I forgot that first round they attacked you guys. Those were all sneak attacks. I didn't roll my sneak attack damage. I get 9d6 for every sneak attack that was successful. I think some of you guys had 2. You guys should be dead though.
Double
Just so you know.
Don't worry, Brian. I fully realize that. I don't want to do this either, but I think that Dean is gonna try to scratch at these guys because he can fly and they're in the ceiling, so he can like reach them.
Okay.
So he's just gonna try and talon that same guy that just got 3 whole damages. Cool. Yes. 6. That did not work.
That's a miss.
Yes, it is. It's a big old mess. Alright. This is really bad. So, Vaughn is now also... I was given a Fabricus staff. Do you know anything about that you can tell me? What it is, what it does? I don't have...
So it is a staff that is created of a lot of iron rods and copper gears and little silver screws. They can shift and change. It has the spells Make Whole as one charge of that.
Make hole?
Yep.
Like dig a hole.
No, like WHOLE.
Okay.
It also has Animate Objects, but has 1 charge of Mending, 2 charges of Animate Objects. In addition, once per day, it can become a medium animated object with a metal special ability, so it becomes a object that can move around and walk around, and like it grows arms and legs and can walk like a little stick man. It can be that form into 10 minutes. Destroy when this form reverts to being a staff, it loses all of its charges and cannot be used again until you fully recharge all those charges, all 4 of the charges that are in it. That's what makes it work.
So if it becomes...
but it also is an intelligent item, has a mind of its own, has some other powers too.
So if it becomes animate, does that mean that it's like it's another person in our circle of people that are attacking these guys?
I mean, it's not smart enough. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can animate and have it attack for 10 minutes.
So it would have its own attacks, and then Yuan would have her own attacks. It would be like adding a...
You'd have a stick man, yeah. If you use you once per day animate it, you have to speak the... I think it's an elven, or no. Either elven or gnomish word at the bottom of the staff to make it work, but it'll have an alignment.
And this is all stuff
I think it
people
has
cast,
telepathy, and I gave it some other senses. We'll have to listen back to the other episode to find what they were. Find out. Talk to Pat, or listen back.
So, like I said, does that mean that I can animate it?
Yeah, once a day for 10 minutes.
It attacks on its own. Then I, Juan, have my own attack.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like a metal stick man. It's not going to have a very great attack or anything, but...
But it's still a shot.
Yeah.
Does it just like throw itself at somebody and like try and box somebody?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess whatever you think it can do. So it can't wield a weapon. It has sticks for hands, sticks for feet, body.
But it's made of metal, so it's like a metal
It's metal.
rod.
It's a metal rod that can flail itself about. Yeah. It has 1d6 plus 5.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can he do that? Can he throw himself at guys that we've been attacking?
Yeah, you can roll that. He's a plus 1. Natural 1.
So the stick just falls on the fucking
Yeah.
ground.
Not only that, it breaks.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It becomes jammed. One of the gears gets stuck. It's like stuck halfway between being a stick and being a stick man. It's got like 1 arm and 1 leg.
Cool. Why am I rolling so terribly today?
It's because you looked at new dice today and you didn't buy any.
Well, shouldn't my dice be like happy that I didn't feel the need
Maybe
to
they just feel
replace
betrayed
them?
that you even looked. Well,
You're the one that's always buying new dice.
I
I
am.
stayed true and faithful to you jerks, and you're just rolling like shit.
those dice on ice.
So I'm just gonna try and shoot an arrow. It is 21.
It's a miss.
Surge 5 is
That's 26, so still a miss.
Surged again 6.
That's a hit.
That's a fucking hit.
No one's arguing with you.
I know. This longbow is a 1d8, and that's a 6.
6 damage.
Genevieve is gonna also try to talon that guy.
Okay, roll it.
Don't smile. Okay.
Wait, what was their AC? 26?
Doesn't
It's
matter.
27, but
Yeah, so Genevieve's not gonna be able to do anything.
so she's staying in her papoose.
Her
What?
Genevieve is 4. Yeah, no, she's fine. Did she go in like? Did she
That's canon.
She's not in there all the time. She would have been free. Her and Dean both would have been like free to do whatever they want while we're inside the hut. So
Especially at
can-
night. They're night animals, really.
Yeah, so can the two of them like huddle with the hen to try and like
Alright, so Genevieve like flies down over by the hen and holds her wings down. It's like caw, 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 like flaps
yeah,
away.
She's got her little bird armor on.
Alright, little bird armor. That's cute. Alright.
It's not cute, it's badass.
I mean, that's what I meant to say. Is badass.
Yeah.
The one outside is going to disappear back into the woods. No one pursued him, so he's going to escape. One of the 3 inside. 32 versus Dean. 35 versus Dean. And an 18 versus Dean.
Fine. Kill the fucking bird again.
Yes.
Way to go, Brian. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I killed a bird.
Oh, you're such a big, strong man there, Brian. Killing a poor defenseless bird.
Pissed off through life.
Alright,
Whoa.
so 22 damage to Dean and 1 bleed damage per round.
Doesn't matter. He's fucking dead. What do you mean? 20? You said 22. How is 1 bleed damage even make sense to say out loud?
I mean, I don't know how many hit points he has.
He's dead, Brian. Fucking 22
Like,
points.
actually
Of course
dead?
He's dead. Yes, of course.
Alright, so Dean's dead. Dead Owl. Of course, Kit's distraught. That's gonna make him Furyborn even more Furyborn.
Yeah, now he's really angry.
That's the second time Kid has heard that Owl's died.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, we got 2 more guys attacking. It's gonna be a 32 versus Juwan, and then a 35 versus Juwan, and then a 22. 12 damage. Alright, and the third guy, Kit, 40, 35, and 27.
So 2. He's dead.
He's tied.
He is dead.
Oh.
6 plus
No.
4, so 10 damage.
Kid's dead.
Actually dead or unconscious.
No.
You say he's dead all the time, but
Because he's dead.
you say that a lot.
Yeah,
I don't
remember
think
when
he's
I
actually dead.
exploded
What's his actual hit points and what's his actual con? He's
Doesn't
dead.
matter, he's dead. Keep going, Brian.
He's not dead.
Yep.
Why do you want kids to die?
Not
Why do you
again!
want kids to
Not
die,
again!
He's not dead.
Hope you're proud of yourself. Murdering children and poor defenseless birds.
He's not dead. You say he's dead every time, and then right after you're like, oh, he's
He
not
dies.
dead.
That's
He's
why
not
I say
dead.
that, because he's dead.
He is bleeding.
Alright, back to Froderick.
Okay.
Yep, back to you guys.
Alright, your turn is done, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
all 3 of them have gone.
Froderick.
Brian
Alright,
chooses whole turn to attack
Froderick
me.
is going to
Who are you?
run up on one of them and try and attack. That's a 26, which is a miss. So I'm going to surge. Yeah, that makes it a 32.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Damn, surges are so fucking powerful.
Alright, so that's going to be 4 damage. And, well, hell, I might as well surge that too.
Fuck yeah.
Which
Surge
guy
him.
you
Come
attack?
on, fuck.
That guy.
Which guy? One that was already hurt or not?
Yeah, the guy I just did. The guy everybody's been hitting
The
on.
one that I tried to attack previously would make the most sense. I don't know if that's the most hurt or not.
So have we all been attacking the same guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Frederick gets a second attack on that guy. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
It's a hit, of course.
5 damage. I rolled 2 ones on my damage.
I mean, he's still going to take some piercing damage. I have to roll because he's still in that net. It takes 3 piercing damage from moving around.
I'm currently in gaseous form. I'm going to charge the ninja that I've been attacking.
Do you return into
I'm gonna
solid
wrap
form?
myself
Do you
around
return into solid form to grab him once you get close, or do you
No,
try to grab him as a
mist.
mist? You have to roll pretty high to grab as a mist.
I want to mist around him, mist around his form, and coalesce behind him.
That's a cool move.
I mean, you can see me coming. I just want to be behind him when I solidify.
All right, so you want to re-solidify behind him. So you missed up. I mean, he's up. They're all up on in the
On the
corners
ceiling.
of the ceiling. So how do you get behind him? I guess. I mean, as a mist, I guess you could because you are a
There's
mist.
everywhere.
Yeah.
No, just
No.
no.
So you're like knock him. So what you're gonna do is like knock him off the ceiling, basically.
Yeah, I wanna, bring him down.
I like that.
I like that too. Roll me either a strength check, or a CMB. Well, I think you're gonna be able to get up there anyway because you're missed. So just roll me like a strength check or a CMB or I don't know, something like that. Something you can convince me that would like knock him out of the corner once you're up there as a physical person again.
Acrobatics.
What happens if I knock him off? I'm just sitting at his back.
I mean,
No,
he can
he'd be
fly,
prone
so
on-
but all you're gonna do is like knock him 5 feet down from the ceiling.
Damn it. That's gonna be a 6.
Yeah. So you do appear in the wall behind him.
Total.
So you don't exactly knock him off the wall as much as like he starts flapping around, and now you're both sort of in this very small corner. That's gonna be your whole move basically, is wrestling this guy in this corner. But I'll give him a minus while you're up there. You're basically like on his back.
So he gets penalized when others attack him, right? He's
Currently,
flanking
yeah,
or
because
something.
you're like sort of on his back. You don't necessarily have him grappled, but you are flanking. You are flanking him right now.
For my final part of this round, can I communicate with Billy and ask him
Yeah.
if, while I have this guy flanked, he might want to help us out here? Because we could use all the help we can get.
Diplomacy.
14.
He's very reluctant to get into battle. Billy will invisibly go to the cauldron and light a fire underneath it will immediately start to fill with boiling water. The Strix will panic when they see this and try to escape. I'll give you all one attack of opportunity as they escape, but
I didn't get to do my...
do it now. You get a normal attack and then attack of opportunity, but next round they're probably going to miss out because they also have missed power, so you're probably going to get a second attack on them.
Well, Kit doesn't get to do anything because Brian killed him, so...
I think he's still alive.
I think so too. I think she's making a big deal out of nothing, but she just likes it when I feel bad, that's all.
So Juwan is gonna... does it still work if I pick up Kit's master or his Fury Board and Scimitar? Like,
I mean, you have to hit him twice you have to be furious, so no. It can become infuriated in your hands, but you'd have to hit the guy more than once.
so I'm gonna just try and do an
seriously
arrow
want that to be
again.
the artifact.
Can I do it at the flanked guy?
Yeah, the one that Aristophanes is sort of on his back.
Yeah, because it's the same guy that's already a bit hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so what did I decide? 6 and 4.
So that's a miss. Launch an arrow into the wall. Yeah, the wall bleeds a little bit.
Alright, the rest of us get attack of opportunity.
Yep, as they flee.
Alright.
They're about to miss out, but they like hop off the walls first, and you guys get your last attack in before they escape.
Broderick's gonna go for it. That's gonna be a 24, which is not enough, but I'll surge it. So that makes it a 25, so he gets a reflex save.
It's gonna be a 22 reflex. I'll take half.
Yep, I'll take half. 2 damage on the first attack. Let's see about the second attack. That's gonna be a miss.
You should just chokehold that guy that you're in front of.
You are sort of on his back. We have to roll CMB to actually grab it. You haven't actually grappled him yet. You're just sort of like wrestling midair.
It looks like that's an awesome scene in my
And it is storming inside the house. There's still a small storm going on.
Oh,
It's
no.
windy. It's rainy. The floors are getting wet.
Dr. Jones.
A lot of the presents from the wedding are getting wet. The inn's getting rained on.
Alright, I'm just gonna spell burst him then, Brian. I'm gonna surge it. So a total of 16 damage. With this attack of opportunity, do I also get a move, or is it just limited to the attack?
Just limit to the attack.
So I'm still hanging out on this guy's back.
Since it's storming inside the house, I can do my call lightning. Can I lightning strike the guy that's already hurt?
Do it.
It's 1d6 for call lightning. Or 3d6.
Do I get a reflex save or anything?
Reflex is half. 5, 2, 5.
So I take half of that, and that's 12, so 6.
So Genevieve kind of wants to attack or try to get something. She can only share spells with me that I can do on myself.
They have the target of you.
So are they all about to coast out on us?
Yeah, they're all turning into mist form right now if you're all done.
Alright, can I get everyone to use their swift action to make a DC spellcraft for Incendiary Cloud outside of the hut? The hut can use that 3 times a day.
What's the skill?
Spellcraft. Or use magic device, I suppose.
Let's use magic device, is correct.
11.
I got 9.
Natural 1. For total
Alright.
2.
So that takes us to 21.
11 and 9? A natural 1? Yeah.
No, 22, because it's a total. I got a total of.
Yeah, well, natural 1 counts as 1. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna search 5, 7. I got a 27.
Still not enough.
Needed a 27. We
You need a 30.
25.
That's for the reflex save to avoid it, not to make it work. To make it work is the same DC 30 to crack an egg to make the hut do anything.
Got 29. Anyone else want to surge? I'm pretty much done here.
I have
I'll surge.
Yeah, John's got
damage.
1 surge, so I'll do it for 4.
But add 3 to that.
Alright, so you guys surge, and you're able to create an incendiary cloud beneath the hut that has a DC 25 reflex save to half. But so yeah, a big firebomb happens underneath the hut. As the mist forms of these, like there's a slightly black mist that these guys turn into, sort of like seeps out the screen door back towards the forest.
But they also take 6d6 damage.
They weren't underneath the hut, and they're a mist. They don't take any damage. They're a mist form. Fire does not affect them. But they have escaped. You guys still get experience points for the battle, although not as many. So we'll say 8,400 each.
Woo!
As the house fills with locusts.
That's
What?
actually not bad.
The house starts to fill with locusts. Almost, it's a plague of locusts. So, a lot.
Are they considered vermin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Locusts are vermin.
So I have repel vermin. It's an invisible barrier that holds them back. So I could do a barrier around all of us that keeps the locusts from attacking or biting us. So So
Can you
I
do
can
that?
swarm back, but I can't. It doesn't actually hurt them.
So you got 40 minutes of these locusts not being able to get you guys. So sort of being pushed towards the extremities of this hut, 10 feet away from you guys. But you're all sort of huddled around the passed out body of Kit and his dead owl.
Yeah, so I'm also would like to try and heal Kit if I can. So
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna concentrate 3 cure moderate.
Is he actually dead or is he unconscious? That's why I asked it before.
Unconscious.
Okay, thank you for admitting that.
Cool. Ugh, 7. Well, at least he's awake. So what do I do about Dean?
I mean, is he actually dead?
No, he's not.
Put him in the
What the
cauldron.
Then heal him if he's not actually dead. Don't say he's
dead.
dead. Well, then don't say he's dead if he's not dead. That's totally misleading.
No, he just.
It is. I've been thinking he's been dead.
He hasn't been stabilized. He probably has been bleeding out 1 point of bleed damage for every turn that he's been
I'm
dead
moving
since
on
now.
To him, yo.
We'll go ahead and subtract
Ow.
6 more damage from him.
6.
Yeah,
Ryan,
for
why
saying
are
he
you
was
trying
dead
to
when he
kill
wasn't.
him?
Because you said he was dead, he wasn't. That's how much bleed damage he was taking while it took you to get to him.
You're trying to kill him.
No,
Stop
I'm just
it.
trying to like make you treat this game seriously.
I am. That's why I'm upset that you try to kill me all the time.
I don't try to kill all the time. He was in a mist form. What do you want
I think I
from...
took it a little too seriously when I got killed.
It sucks when your characters die, I get
So
it.
it
It
was
sucks when you're being
7.
attacked, but it's also a game and it has to happen. If you
Yeah.
never get attacked, it's not any fun at all. You're just walking around having a good time going from town to town.
Sandboxing it up.
What's wrong with
Just-
that, Brian?
just touring,
What's
just
wrong
going
with walking
visiting
around and having a
towns.
good time?
What's
Let's
wrong
just go
with
visit
having a
towns,
good
guys.
time,
I don't know.
Like we're all
Go
I gotta get
Hey.
attacked myself sometimes. This is a
Why do
game.
we have to fight?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's part of the game. You guys want experience points. You're always like, we need more experience points.
Way more experience.
Well, you have to fight stuff.
You know, a lot
sometimes.
of DMs also give experience points for like shit you do, like picking
Fuck
up
those
a lot.
guys.
Yeah, so I cure moderated Dean and Kit and woke them back up and stopped their bleedings.
Alright, so you rolled me some heal
So
checks,
they're-
I assume, to bandage them.
Yeah, I can do that. 17?
That's okay enough to bandage them. You know, they're not going to regain hit points from it, but
That's fine. 17 and 16.
that's good enough to that they're semi-bandaged up. You're taking care of them as best you can with the resources that you have.
And so we're just all next to the hen and the boiling water.
Yeah, and the rain has
With
started to slow down. The floor is
of
all wet.
these Locusts.
Yeah, the floor is all wet. There's a swarm of locusts sort of encircling you guys.
Make some
So
soup.
we probably have about 38 minutes at this point of these locusts not trying to like eat us alive. So I don't know what we do about that.
So explain this soup situation to me. Like, what does it do? Is it like a portal in the cauldron and we get swept away somewhere, or
Basically,
what?
yeah. We make
Roger.
a soup out of different ingredients, and the ingredients are linked somehow to another place. So we
Roderick
get
would
transferred.
know that he heard or his mistress talk about. He would say, "You put 2 ingredients in soup, then eat."
Okay. Do we know where we're going?
No.
The ingredients determine where you go.
So if we leave, is Frodrick coming with us? Like, I thought we were.
I mean, he's
supposed
in the
to man
hut.
house.
He's in the hut. He's still in this net if you guys want to help him cut out of this net without hurting himself anymore. 'Cause he has been
Can we
like
do
taking
that?
piercing damage. You guys are on the outside of the net, so you can help him cut himself free. He's already cut a pretty large hole, so with your
Let's do
assistance.
that then.
Yeah, I'll saw on it with my dagger.
Alright, so you guys, let's say you guys take another minute cutting him free, so it's 3 minutes of your locust shield gone. But Froderick's now cut free and this torn up net's on the ground.
Can we put the net on the screen door?
Yeah, you can hang the net over the screen door, so there's like spikes on the screen door.
Yeah.
So anyone using the screen door too quickly might get poked.
So we could all go stand outside on the porch and talk about this locust problem, and the locust would have a tough time getting to us while we're outside.
A, because you have that locust shield against you, and B, once you close the screen door, they're kind of stuck inside. You guys go to the front porch and like shut the screen door very closely behind you to keep the swarms in while this
we,
bubble is around you.
No, I'd like to bring the hen.
Or you bring the
I
hen
don't
so
wanna
the hen
leave
doesn't
the
get
hen
eaten.
in there.
You
with
rescue the
them.
hen.
And tune in next time for more exciting animal rescue on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater.